I think it's tough. Like, for like what you're trying to do, it's like what, a 15 or 20-minute video, right?
Probably shorter than that.
And there's just so many elements to the story, right? There could be a whole story about everything happens for a reason, and that journey of all these bad things happening to allow this really amazing thing to happen. And then, I mean, I haven't been vocal about my depression with really anybody, and that's, you know, meeting Christina has allowed me to be more open, but I'm still pretty guarded. I mean, she's really one of the only person I really delve into, but you know, that's a whole other story, right? Depression and running. I mean, it goes hand in hand for so many. And like, that could be a whole story, you know, like how depression affects me and how I've gone, you know, how it's changed how I, you know, when I get into these episodes, what strategies I use and what role running plays in it. You know, there's that. There's so much, right? So how do you pick and choose like what you focus on? I mean, you can talk forever about like what a single race means to me and what the experience is, what it was out there. And I go into this dark place at the end of races, and it's a magical experience for me. And there's that relationship between that darkness at the end of a race and the darkness I feel in my depression. So that's like a story, you know. Yeah. So like, how do you pick and choose what you want to talk about? It's tricky. I think my biggest fear, like in life in general, is that I think I've gotten better at handling it, but it's like my biggest fear is that it's gonna get worse. And like, that's just gonna suck. Not just for me, but for Christina. But I just go from feeling really good and happy about life to very quickly just getting sucked into a hole, and I can't stop it. I don't know, it's just overwhelming sadness that has no purpose. Like, it shouldn't be there, right? So it's really frustrating. Frustrating, really sad, makes me angry, all those kind of emotions. It would last for like a long time, like it felt long for me, like anywhere from like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days, like up to a week, where I'm just, spend all of my time, most of the time, laying in bed, just trying to sleep it off. And so since I met Christina, I've been able to have someone to talk to about it. It's not even so much, we don't talk about it a whole lot, but she's there to comfort me, really. That's what she does. She's had her own experiences with it. The biggest change for me was, for the longest time, I think I was in denial that I had depression. And when I got in these episodes, I'd be mad at myself, and part of me would be like, no, you're fine, just get your ass out of bed. It's as simple as that. And it wasn't, so I would fight it. And I think the hugest change for me is to accept it and recognize that I'm going into the hole and just embrace it. And okay, I'm over the edge. I'm not gonna climb out of it. I'm hopping in bed, and I'm just gonna try and get this over with, and I'll just allow myself to think about it. Like, yeah, this really sucks, and I really wish this didn't happen to me. And that's been a huge coping strategy for me, and I've been able to shorten the episodes to, I don't know, as short as a day sometimes, but you know, this year I think I've had a couple that 2 or 3 days, and they're tough when you have a very focused goal in mind and you're working so hard and you're sacrificing so much, and then you have this come up and I can't get my ass out the door for a run. I mean, and then there's that kind of compounds the problem, and it kind of hurts even more. And then it's terribly awful for Christina in lots of ways. You know, it's tough when you see someone you love go through something like that, and And I think that's another factor of shortening these episodes, is that I know there's another person involved. You know, earlier I was mostly living by myself, or living in a house where there's so many people that people really didn't notice if you were there or not, because people are always in and out, and there's nobody else to worry about, you know. And now there's somebody else in the picture, so I think I work harder to climb out as quickly as I can to make it easier on everybody involved. I'm able to go to this place at the end of these ultras that I've never been able to before, especially I can't do it in training. And yes, it happens in the canyon. It all comes together in the last quarter of a race for me, and I go to this place, and I relate the hole I go into with my depression more so to the end of races than the Grand Canyon. I don't understand the relationship, but I know they're related somehow. Like it's how I think they're related is that I described, like the way I'm better able to cope with these episodes is I embrace it. I allow it to happen. And so many people you hear, you just got to fight the pain, you got to ignore the pain. And I'm the opposite. You know, when I get to that point late in a race where I'm struggling and it's my body's shutting down, my mind just wants to stop, I embrace that. I embrace that pain that I'm feeling mentally and physically. And I'm very appreciative of it. I feel like I'm privileged to get that experience. I think very few people are able to harness that energy and emotion involved late in the race. So that's how they're related. But yeah, I love the experience at the end of a race, and I wouldn't wish, you know, those episodes on anybody. So they're very different at the same time. But there's some relation, and I'm still learning, right? I mean, the first time I really experienced this was at Leona Divide, so there's only been like 4 or 5, 6 times I've experienced it, but it's been really fucking amazing. I love it.